We are back with another video, man. We are going to be talking about the two games that we watched today between the New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons and the Los Angeles Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. We're going to start in the Eastern Conference. As you see here on the box score today for the Detroit Pistons, Cade Cunningham had a bounce back game. Had a tough game one, but he bounces back strong. 11 of 21 from the field, 10 of 12 from the free throw line, 12 rebounds, only has 3 assists, but, some teammates missed some open shots, as you can see. Not particularly great outside shooting from the Detroit Pistons today. Tobias goes 1 of 4 from 3. Tim Hardaway goes 0 for 6. Dennis actually is the best three-point shooter today, going 3 for 5. Hit a huge 3 in the fourth quarter to kind of seal the game, and Malik Beasley goes back to his regular Malik Beasley ways and goes 1 for 8 from 3, 2 for 9 from the field. Us as Laker fans, that is the Malik Beasley we know. This nigga that can dribble, put it on the floor, finish at the rim, and hit pull-ups. We don't know this. This is the Malik Beasley we know. That other nigga, I don't know. I ain't been playing like that. But shout out to him, though, for that. Cade put the team on his back, basically, and won the game. Tobias was solid, basically in the first half, but didn't really give you much in the second half. Dennis Schroeder came up big in the second half of the game. He ended up with 20 points. But, it was a low-scoring game, and Cade really carried. Cade kind of had a breakout moment. This was his I've arrived as an NBA star for real in the league moment today. Really carried this Pistons team to a victory in a must-win situation. Don't want to go down 0-2. And now you've won the game. When you're the road team in the first two games, you plan on splitting. They got one on the road. Now they got to go home and take care of business. As for the Knicks, as I was watching this game, it felt like Karl Anthony Towns was playing better than 5 of 11, especially in the first half. But he ends the game with 10 points. Last time when I checked, I'm pretty sure Karl didn't even score in the second half. I think he scored all of his 10 in the first half. I think personally that the New York Knicks need to do a better effort of getting the ball to Karl Anthony Towns, making him a viable option in the offense and doing it consistently. He can score on Durant. He can score on, what's the other matchup? Tobias. Like, there was a lot of Tobias on him as well. I feel like he can, get to his spots and finish. He has really good touch around the basket. Obviously, one of the better, if not the best, shooting big in the league. So I think they need to involve him a little bit more. Mikal Bridges got 18 shots today, and he went 3 of 11 from 3. Missed a game-tying 3 there at the end. They gave up a lot to give Mikal Bridges, and these first two games, he practically got benched last game for campaign. He got benched last game for campaign and isn't great in this outing either. 8 of 18, 44%. They can live with the 19 points, but they're going to need more production out of Mikal Bridges because, in all honesty, he's supposed to be their third scorer. It's not supposed to be OG. Mikal Bridges is supposed to be the third most offensively talented player on the team on this roster, so he's got to be more consistent in his play and defend better as well, because Cade kind of hunts him in this matchup. He's been doing that all year, and that also led to the benching the first game. OG Anunoby, you would like more from him, but considering the amount of effort and energy he's using on defense, because he's the guy they have guarding Cade Cunningham pretty much the entirety of the game. He played 42 and a half minutes tonight, so he's in the game practically the entire game. Cade played 42 and a half. He basically matched Cade's minutes. Damn near 42 and 24 seconds for Cade, 42 and 26 for OG. So he's going to have nights where he struggles because his legs are a bit gone. He goes 0 for 4 from 3 today. Still gives you 5 rebounds, 2 assists. He gives you 2 steals. But I'm not really looking for OG as far as offensive production on a night in, night out basis. I'm not looking for that from OG personally. He's expending a lot of energy playing defense and hounding Cade for the entirety of the game. These have been 2 great games in this series so far. Also, I just want to say that this is going to be a very exciting series. Detroit is about to host its first playoff game in a very long time. So that's going to be exciting for the city of Detroit. I'm interested in seeing how the players, some of these younger players, respond to the energy that's going to be in the building. Do they let it overamp them? Does Cade, there's Asar, there's Jalen, even Ron Holland here who got a few minutes today. Do they let the emotions kind of overwhelm them, be a bit too amped, or are they poised and ready to play? I'll be interested in seeing that. As far as New York, they have plenty of veterans on this team. And plenty of veterans who have playoff experience. So I'm expecting them to go in there and be ready to play in game 3. I'm expecting Jalen Brunson to be to go in there and play like Jalen Brunson. Something he did, by the way, just very quickly. Asar Thompson fouled out of this game. Asar Thompson was doing an outstanding job on Jalen Brunson. But something Jalen Brunson was able to do was get him in foul trouble. And then once Jalen Brunson really started going, it was when Dennis Schroeder started guarding him. And that's when he kind of got back, playing efficient, scoring efficiently, less foul baiting, more just getting to a spot and rising up and shooting, because he knows once he gets to a spot, he can rise up and shoot over Dennis Schroeder whenever he wants to. So he was very effective against Dennis today, not so effective against Asar Thompson. So credit to Asar Thompson, but he has to be able to have the discipline to not foul against Jalen Brunson, who is one of the best foul baiters in the entire association. But back to game 3, though, I do think the New York Knicks are equipped to go in there, take care of business, and get home court advantage back. However, I just don't think that will be happening game 3. I think the city of Detroit is going to be on fire. I think these players are going to be ready to play. I think Cade is going to have another phenomenal game. And I have Detroit winning game 3 and the Knicks coming back and winning game 4. Now, not potentially, it is. It is the best series in the playoffs so far. We've had 2 outstanding games coming all the way down to the wire. Last game going to overtime. This game coming down to the last shot. The person and the man of the hour, Kawhi Leonard, played an absolutely fantastic game tonight. 15 of 19 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, meaning he only missed 1 shot. He missed 1, 2, 11 for 12 from 2, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 39 points on 19 shots. That's more than 2 points per shot. Just an outstanding and just ridiculously efficient game from Kawhi Leonard tonight. They needed that from him after I think he let them down in game 1. He was not good in the second half of that last game. He was not processing double teams correctly or in a timely manner. He was holding the ball. He was being indecisive. And he came back today and just put on a legendary performance. Was great defensively as well. 2 steals, a block. He had a huge steal late in the game to kind of seal the deal for the Clippers. He was vintage Kawhi Leonard today. Zubac has been absolutely fantastic in this series so far. He is the best Jokic defender as far as just one-on-one that in the league, bar none. He's big enough to handle the physicality. He's long enough to contest the top. And he just gives Jokic a hard time. Jokic is going to score. He's Nikola Jokic. He's arguably the best player in the world. But, that guards Jokic, better than Zubac. And he pours in another 16 and 12 tonight, 4 assists, a steal, efficient from the field again. So shout out to Zubac. Chris Dunn didn't shoot the ball well today, but his impact was felt on the floor. He was just flying all around the court, getting steals, being disruptive. He's been amazing at times defensively in this series, and he was amazing defensively today. Him and Derrick Jones Jr. they're so athletic, quick, cover a lot of ground, strong, more so for Chris Dunn and Derrick Jones Jr. But yeah, they just do a really good job defensively of being disruptive and not allowing players to be comfortable. They double at the right time. A couple doubles from Chris Dunn and Kawhi Leonard and even Derrick Jones Jr. just kind of caught Jokic off guard. So he'll be making a move. He'll be posting up Zubac, spin, and as soon as he spun, there they are. Hands up, ready to cause deflections and turnovers. That was one of the main things for Nikola Jokic today. Nikola Jokic had 7 turnovers today, and that was due to the great off-ball defense and just swarming defense of Derrick, Dunn, Kawhi. So shouts out to them. Another person that surprised me today, even though he just played 7 minutes, Ben Simmons came into the game and drove the ball hard to the paint a few times and tried to look like an NBA player today and was aggressive, collapsed the defense a few times. Who am I watching? Shout out to Ben Simmons for being aggressive at 6'10". It's funny how that works. Now to the terrorists of the Clippers. Norman Powell and Bogdan Bogdanovic played for the Nuggets for majority of this game. That's what they did. Norman Powell was taking dump shot after dump shot. I'm surprised that he only has 1 turnover because it felt like he had 4. But again, that's what bad shots can feel like, turnovers. Bad off-ball defense. He was just bad. It was bad. Norman Powell was not good today. He has the highest plus minus. That is true. And this is how we know that this is one of the fakest stats in the game of basketball, plus minus. It is one of the fakest stats that we have today because Norman Powell was god awful. Bogdan Bogdanovic is literally getting paid by Nikola Jokic and the Serbian team. I just don't understand. He's way too good of a player to be this trash. He hasn't hit a shot in the series yet. 0 for 5 today. Like, my goodness. I like Bogey. I think Bogey can play. So this to me is inexcusable. He's got to be better at home. You know, they say role players play better at home. Maybe he can hit a few shots. They will be needed because you're not going to get too many more 15 of 19 games out of Kawhi. James Harden. James played decent. Don't let the shooting splits fool you. 2 of these 17 shots were like rushed 2-for-1 shots that he just rushed up and shot. So really, I'm looking at his stat line more so like 7 of 15. And also those 2 shots were threes. So really like 4 for 9 in like controlled game, half court setting or whatever. So he actually shot the ball, in my opinion, well today, actually. Struggled handling the ball a little bit today. 4 turnovers to 7 assists. Not the greatest assist to turnover ratio. Could be better, but played solid. Played good enough to get the dub. Didn't get in the way of Kawhi because Kawhi just had a rolling today. He hit shots when he needed to hit shots. Hit some big threes also. I think one to tie the game and I think another one to take the lead. So shout out to James Harden. The Clippers did what they needed to do, which was go in to Denver and get one of the games. They almost got game 1. They end up getting game 2. Something interesting to keep up with in this series is just the bench production as we get to Denver. I think Peyton Watson is giving Denver some solid minutes off the bench. Russell Westbrook has been very productive. He has. Russell Westbrook has been the best rotation player in this series so far. And if the starters continue to kind of play each other to a draw, I'm curious in Denver getting some kind of bench production, how that's going to work as we get later and later into the series, and how much is this going to benefit them. That's something I am worried about, as I did pick the Clippers to win this series because their bench is just, they're winning games with their starting 5, basically. I mean, Derrick Jones is solid. Nicholas Batum is also giving them like some very good minutes, hitting timely shots. 2 for 5 from 3, had a few steals, got a block. Like, he's been very productive, but I do think Denver's bench has been better, again, with Russell Westbrook. And also, the Clippers need to clean up their 4th quarter rebounding. That's what they need to do, because they almost lost this game the exact same way they lost game 1, which is 4th quarter time, allowing offensive rebound after offensive rebound after offensive rebound. Michael Porter Jr. had 6 offensive rebounds. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. The Nuggets had 15 offensive rebounds. 2 from Aaron Gordon, 3 from Jokic, 2 from Brown, 2 from Westbrook. Westbrook comes in the game, immediately hits the offensive glass. And this fake shooting shit, I'm getting tired of this, bro. 3 of 6 from 3. Really? Really? From Russell Westbrook. I guess, champ. I guess. Couldn't do that in LA, could you? Had to shoot that shit off the side of the backboard in LA. But you come to Denver, and now you're a 50% three-point shooter in the playoffs. Gotcha. But for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray played well today, in my opinion. Efficient from the field, efficient from 3. Hit his 1 free throw, 6 assists, 23 points. He was a +5. Jamal Murray was good today. Nikola Jokic, he's just not like he's not dominating these games how I'm used to seeing Nikola Jokic dominate. And again, that's big part to Zubac. 26 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, very good stat line. But again, the 7 turnovers. Also, what Zubac makes him do is just he turns him more into a jump shooter. And to me, the impact from Nikola Jokic is when he's so physically imposing with his one-on-one matchup. And the one-on-one matchup can't stop him from getting it right in front of the basket, which causes the collapse. Here's the slip, cuts, here are the threes on the back end, And then on top of that, here's the just, oh, if you don't double, I'm just going to turn over my left shoulder, right little float shot. But the fact that he takes 16 shots and half of them are threes, to me, that's a win for the Clippers. That's a win for the Clippers. If half of Nikola Jokic's shots are threes, that's a win because he's not putting so much pressure on the interior of your defense by shooting 8 threes. And that also means he was was only 4 of 8 from 2 because he was 4 of 8 from 3, 8 of 16 from the field. 50% from 2, you'll live with that because he's usually mid 60s. So again, the stats look good. Efficient night. Didn't shoot great from the free throw line either. Missed 2 big ones in the fourth. 7 turnovers. Great defense being played on Nikola Jokic by the Clippers and Zubac. Aaron Gordon, I mean, he could shoot the ball a little bit better. 5 of 13 from the field, but he wasn't bad. He actually guarded up on Kawhi well, in my opinion. Bodied him up well when he could, stayed with him, got a hand up. Kawhi was just hitting. It was like Steph kind of in that Rocket game. Like, it got to a point, they were just in flow state. They were just hitting everything, bro. But Aaron Gordon, I think, played good positional defense quite a bit on Kawhi Leonard today. Just Kawhi, bro. Michael Porter Jr. played a great game. 6 of 11 from the field, 50% from 3. Again, 6 offensive rebounds from Michael Porter Jr., 15 total. You know, still not the greatest defensive player in the world, but this is one of the better Michael Porter Jr. games you're going to get. 15 points, efficient from 3, hit the glass. That's Michael Porter Jr. I mean, hey, they're paying him $36 million to do that, you know? Big ups to him. He gets to score 15 to make $36 million. That's what's up. As the series shifts back to LA, players I'm paying attention to for the Clippers, can Dunn give you one solid shooting game, right? Can Dunn give you a Westbrook 3 of 6 from 3? And can Bogey remember how to play basketball again? If that happens, I think they'll be fine in LA. Continue the game plan on Nikola Jokic, which is, you know, guarding him head up with Zubac a lot of the time, but also having a delayed hard double when he turns over his shoulder, particularly from his blind side. Live with the Russell Westbrook jump shots. Maybe tighten up a bit on Jamal Murray, but I mean, even Jamal hit a few tough ones today, and you're good. The reason why I picked the Clippers in the first place, the Clippers to me they match up very well with the Nuggets. So in my opinion, I think the Clippers should win both home games heading back to LA. They should be going back to Denver up 3-1 in this series. Get some timely shot making from Bogey and Chris Dunn. Even Derrick Jones, he's not the greatest shooter in the world by any means, but I remember watching Derrick Jones in that playoff run just last year. He could hit a corner 3. Derrick Jones can hit a corner 3. And again, role players tend to shoot the ball better at home. So let's see what the rest of those role players can do for the Clippers. I got them again winning both games at home. That was my little wrap up for what we watched today as far as Monday, April 21st. Again, we only had 2 games tonight, Detroit versus the New York Knicks and the Clippers versus the Nuggets. Add my playback room. Follow me on Twitter. Follow my TikTok. All of those links will be in the description. You want to add my playback room because you will see some faces that you are familiar with, and we will be having a good time. We had a great time tonight. Shout out my other creators. Shout out L-Dog, B, King, Dre, AJ, Josiah. Shout out them. You know what I'm saying? But again, make sure you add the rooms. We'll be back tomorrow. And until next time, it's been real.